Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to tell you a story. It's not just any story, it's a story about 4 friends, a dusty old garage, and a dream that everyone said was impossible. It's a story about how the people you surround yourself with can literally change your destiny. Have you ever had a dream so big it scared you? A goal that felt so far away, you didn't even know where to start? That's exactly where Leo, Maya, Sam, and Chloe found themselves. For ordinary people, just like you and me, bound together by an extraordinary friendship. Leo was the visionary, always sketching wild ideas on napkins. Maya was the strategist, the one who could turn Leo's chaotic drawings into a step-by-step plan. Sam was the craftsman, a magician with his hands who could build anything from anything. And Chloe, she was the heart of the group, the storyteller who could make anyone believe in their mission. They grew up together in a small town where dreams often stayed dreams. Most people followed a well-trodden path, finish school, get a steady job, and settle down. But these 4 friends wanted more. Their shared dream wasn't about fame or fortune. It was about creating something that would make a difference, something that would last. Their project to build a community garden and a small solar-powered library right in the middle of a neglected park in their town. Everyone thought they were crazy. You don't have the money, some said. You don't have the permits. Others warned. It's a waste of time, was the common refrain. The negativity was deafening. There were moments of doubt, believe me. I can just imagine them, sitting in their cluttered garage, surrounded by half-finished plans and a mountain of rejection letters from the city council. Leo would get frustrated, crumpling up his designs. Sam would stare at a pile of scrapwood, wondering how he could possibly turn it into a bookshelf. Doubt is a powerful force, and it nearly broke them. This is the part of the story where most people give up. This is the crossroads where dreams go to die. But this is also where the magic of their friendship kicked in. When Leo felt defeated, Maya would sit down with him, not with empty platitudes, but with a fresh cup of coffee and a new spreadsheet. She'd say, "Okay, that door closed. Let's find a window." When Sam felt overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the build, Chloe would film him working, telling the story of his craft, reminding him that every single screw and every saw cut was a part of something beautiful. She showed him how his work was inspiring others online, and when Maya's logical plans hit an illogical roadblock. Or when Chloe's hopeful stories were met with cynicism, it was Leo and Sam who would remind them of the original vision. They'd point to the first napkin sketch, now framed on the garage wall, and say, "Remember why we started this?" They weren't just friends. They were a system of support. Each person's strength was the answer to another's weakness, to air for pillars. And when one started to wobble, the other 3 would press in, holding it steady until it found its footing again. This is the power we often underestimate. The journey to any great achievement is never a solo mission. So, how did they overcome the obstacles? They got creative. When they were denied funding, Chloe launched a small crowdfunding campaign, sharing the story of their town and their dream. The heartfelt videos went viral in their local community. Small donations started pouring in, $5 here, $20 there. It wasn't much, but it was fuel. When they were denied permits, Maya didn't argue. She did her homework. She spent weeks researching city bylaws and found an old, forgotten ordinance that allowed for community beautification projects with a simple majority. Vote from the residents bordering the park. So, they went door to door. They didn't just ask for signatures, they shared their vision. They showed their plans, and they listened to their neighbors' concerns. They made them part of the story. Slowly, the tide began to turn. People who once scoffed were now offering a helping hand. An elderly woman who loved to garden offered her prize-winning rose bushes. A retired carpenter offered to mentor Sam. The local pizzeria donated lunch for their volunteer build days. The project was no longer just their dream. It became the town's dream. The day the garden and library opened was incredible. It wasn't a grand, polished ceremony. It was a community gathering filled with laughter, kids running through the new vegetable patches, and teenagers actually sitting in the sun-drenched library, reading books. Leo, Maya, Sam, and Chloe stood to the side, watching it all unfold. They hadn't just built a structure of wood and solar panels. They had built a community. They had taken a space of neglect and turned it into a space of hope. They proved that for friends in a dusty garage, armed with a crazy idea and an unbreakable bond, could do more than the cynics ever thought possible. So what's the takeaway from this? Your dreams are valid, no matter how big or scary they seem. But they are also heavy, and you cannot carry them alone. Look around you. Who are your Leo, your Maya, your Sam, your Chloe? Who is the visionary, the strategist, the builder, and the storyteller in your life? Find your people, cherish them, be that person for someone else. When one of you wants to give up, be the one who brings the coffee, who reminds them of their why, who holds the pillars steady. Because success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become and who you bring along with you on the journey. The world will always have doubters. Let your friendship be louder than their doubts. Let your shared action be more powerful than their inaction. Start small, just like they did. Start in your own garage, your own living room, with your own crazy idea on a napkin. Because with the right people by your side, the impossible suddenly starts to look a lot like a plan. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this story with you today. If it resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And share this video with the friends who make up your support system. Let them know you appreciate them. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep building together.